Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new on here, you're also welcome. In this video, we are going to be talking about different ventilating needles. So stay tuned, get your pens and your paper. Okay, over time, there's been argument about the proper ventilating needles to use, or ventilating pin for one to use while ventilating your closures and frontals and what have you. I have used different types of ventilating needles, and I feel there shouldn't be any pressure on the particular ventilating needle that one should have. It should be all about the ventilating needle that you are comfortable with. You're going to be hearing me say a lot of ventilating needles, so get used to that. I'm going to introduce to you the types of ventilating needles that we have. The first one we have here is the wooden ventilating needle. If you look closely to this, then if you can see it, okay, let me just, this is curved, and anyway, sorry about that if you can't see it, but this is called the wooden ventilating needle because it comes with a wooden handle, and then at the tip it's curved, and then underneath the curve you will find a hook, a very, very, very tiny hook. It's not something you can see unless maybe I zoom in or something, but it's a very tiny hook. And then we have the regular crochet needle. This comes with a latch hook. It comes with a latch hook. It doesn't come with a hook underneath it. It's just bent. Look at it closely. It's just bent and then has this latch hook to latch onto the hair that you will be taking. While this is supposedly, in quotes, the more professional ventilating needle, this also has a curved end and a tiny hook underneath that curve. So ventilating shouldn't really be about the best of ventilating needles to use. For me, I think it should be about the ventilating needle you are comfortable in. Now, if you're using this particular ventilating needle, and if you're not a professional, you will keep on making mistakes. In fact, you will get frustrated. You might even rip your net. This and this. For a beginner, I would recommend this. Along the line, you can start using this. But if you don't find yourself using this, along the line, please continue with this. There is actually nothing wrong. Okay, let me not say that there's nothing wrong with this. That's not entirely true. The only thing I find wrong with this is the fact that it rips through your net. Now, the only way that can happen is if you are not careful enough. But if you're careful, trust me, you will enjoy this. But if you are not a professional, you can't use this. You need to learn how to use these two ventilating needles before you can, be as fast as you want to be with it. I'm going to be showing you different videos of how to use the 3 ventilating needles, and I would like to hear from you, know your comments, what you think about the 3 of them. If you've used them before, you let me know your thoughts, let me know which one you prefer. But for me, if you ask me, if you say, by Lalisha, which one do you prefer? In all honesty, I'll always go for this crochet pin or crochet needle. Why? I'll tell you. Now, because of the hook underneath this particular type of ventilating needle, it keeps, sometimes you might make that mistake of dragging what's it called, the net itself, and it rips. And trust me, that's really, really frustrating. I have come to be comfortable with this, and that is what I use for all my ventilating. If you go on my page, beauty by Lalisha _ you would see I've ventilated a whole lot of closures, frontals, fullies. I do use this once in a while, but when I have a job and I really want to be fast, I go for this. You know, sometimes I do wish there is a way I can get this, but a tinier version of the pin. I mean, this particular needle, but a tinier version of the pin, as tiny as this supposedly professional ventilating needle. Yeah, but that's that. So if you are new to ventilating, don't work yourself. Just take your time. You're not going to get it in a day. You're not going to get it in a week. You're not even going to get it in a month. So take your time. Try out the different ventilating needles that there is and find the one that is most comfortable for you. So don't forget, drop your comments, like and share. If this is meaningful to you, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye. Okay, I'll be starting with the crochet needle, the one with a latch hook. Now the beauty about this crochet needle is that there is no hook underneath it. There's no tiny hook underneath it that maybe stops or delays your work, or hooks or rips the net. This particular one has a latch hook. So once you put it through the net and drag your hair, the latch hook automatically does the job for you. It closes. You don't need to bend the needle. You don't need to move the needle forward or move it a certain way to achieve what you want to achieve. And that's why I really prefer this, because it doesn't waste my time when I really want to be fast with ventilating. So yeah, that's it for this one. Now the second one is the wooden needle. Now just watch. For this particular one, you have to take the hair and then bend the needle towards the hole that you are taking the hair through. And while doing this, if you're not careful, you might not drag the hair out properly as you're supposed to, or you might end up ripping your net, which, like I said earlier, is quite frustrating. So you can see the difference between the crochet needle and the wooden needle. So the next one is the needle with the metal handle. That's the supposedly professional one. Now for this one, you don't need to make the needle facing downwards when you are taking the hair through the net. This goes sideways. That is, when you take the hair through the net, just like I'm doing now, you just bend it towards, you're not bending it downwards, you're just dragging it out. But you also need to be careful with this, because while dragging out the hair could also get stuck in the needle, or you might rip your net or something. So that's the difference between the three ventilating needles that there are.